But in 2020, as good as the Padres were, Jim, in the end, they were nowhere near the Dodgers. It was 6 or 7
nowhere
games.
close.
Right? It was
Nowhere
6
close.
or 7 games after 60. So if you're even or ahead after 60, it's pretty impressive. And I know there's a lot of baseball after 60, but that's a good start. It really is.
And you just look at the trends. Like the Dodgers lineup is amazing. Okay. You have, Mookie Betts has put himself in the MVP category. He's up there. He's been great. Freddie Freeman, Trey Turner. I know, right? So their lineup is elite. But their pitching staff has been wobbly. Their bullpen has been horrible the last, I want to say, week and a half. It's going to show you in the end, I think, why pitching matters most. If the Padres can, somehow win the National League West, it's because of pitching. End of story. Because of pitching. And I saw this. Cobra, thank you for joining the show. No, he might be joking. It might be like it's like sarcasm, but
no, I don't think it's a sarcasm. I don't think it's crazy to say that, But I think I would keep Snell because of what we've talked about, because it's better to have one too many than one too less.
As frustrating as he is to watch, and he is super frustrating to watch, I'm not trading him. Even though it's very, like I said last time he started, I said, if you said right now you could trade Snell for a bat, I might do it. I'd have to think about it, but I'd need somebody to like slap some sense into me and be like, no,
because they're winning without the bat. To your point,
right?
You made that point too. Like they're winning the way they're constructed now, with no Tatis, with low slug. Now slugs come up for a couple of days with the 29 runs. They didn't hit today, but they did homer today from Trent Grisham. They're playing better baseball on offense, in my opinion, even with a game like today, because they find a way to win. But no, I'm holding on to these pitchers. I want to get to the super here from Michael. Thank you again, Michael. Thank you guys for the supers. Again, if you want to support this channel, you can click that $sign down below. We'll get your supers here this afternoon. This is the lone wrap-up show of the day between games of a doubleheader at Petco Park. Michael, thank you again. He says Manny is the MVP. It's hard to disagree with it, Jim. I think the pressure is going to come. I think oftentimes you look at the gaudy numbers, like the home runs, and Manny's hit 10, which is a fine number, but there's guys in the big leagues that have now hit 15 or 20. His 944 OPS is very good, but it's not 1,000 plus. He's doing it with his glove. He's doing it with timely hitting. He's doing it by carrying a team without Fernando Tatis Jr., and I think he's getting recognition because this team is 37-22, so he's carrying a team to a good record. But this isn't it's not like even at the 60-game mark, it would be a guarantee, in my opinion, that Manny Machado would be the MVP.
I agree with you. 2 weeks, it was a guarantee. He's slowed down a bit. His numbers are kind of going down. He's still hitting 325.
Yep.
10 home runs is good, but I think for an MVP season, he would need to hit over 300, close to 100 RBIs, and well over 30 home runs, have an OPS in the 900s.
Yeah. 30 home runs could be tough. Like he's at 10 and it,
right.
More than a third of the way.
And this is not like, maybe the NBA. NBA is different now, but it used to be the best team, the best player usually won the MVP. Most of the time in other sports, not really baseball, so it's kind of different. Like, it's not about if you're on the best team. Like, that's great, but majority of the time, the best team with the best player doesn't always win the MVP.
Mm-hmm. Now, this is a good point from Sam. It is. His WAR has been unbelievable. He plays every day. Defensively, he's elite. Offensively, he's had huge moments. He's been great, among the best hitters in the league. There's no question. That's a good point. Sandy Alcantara is not going to be the MVP of the National League. I can promise you that.
No.
So, if WAR, if Manny Machado leads the National League in WAR, and the Padres win 95-plus games, and potentially win the NL West, like you stack all those things together, and there's reasons to believe he will absolutely be considered for the MVP.
Right.
He's got bigger concerns, right? It would be a nice feather in his cap for the Hall of Fame. Seriously, like what did I see? Was it yesterday? He's like one of, Jim, did you tweet this or did you see this? He's one of 11 players that's halfway to 500 home runs and 3,000 hits before the age of 30. Like, think about that. He's one of 11
Was that Adnan Virk?
Yeah, maybe it was. Was it 11 players or 13 players?
I did see it. Number. It was like Manny Hall of Fame, and it was like, whoa.
Yeah. It's like if you're halfway there by 30. Again, I'm not saying he's going to get to 500 or 3,000, but he could get close to both.
Close.
That's doing work in today's baseball. Getting close to 3,000 hits. That's doing some
Yeah,
work.
you get 3,000 hits in this game, in this era, you are a Hall of Famer no matter
Yeah,
what.
guys play 140 games, and that's a lot. And he plays like 158,
Yeah,
157. So
right.
it's a good
But
point though from Tim.
back to Manny for this team. One of the biggest keys for them before the season started, when we found out Tatis got injured, Manny needs to be an MVP type of player until he gets back for them to at least, tread water. And they've done more than tread water. They've been amazing. But that was one of the biggest keys is Manny has to be MVP like. And to his credit, he has been that for this team. And, they needed it more than anything, and he's delivered.
It looks like I'm getting a new playoff shirt this year when we clinch. I mean, we got Jim 60 games in. I was printing playoff shirts too last year. I was
Slow
right.
down.
That's the thing.
Everybody was slow.
Yeah,
Slow
exactly.
down.
That's what I would say. Now the difference this year, also, we could talk about pitching and everything. Extra playoff teams. So there's even more of a likelihood extra playoff team in each league. But look at what's going on around the league, Jim. You see the Phillies? The Phillies have won 9 straight. Like, it's not like there's only going to be 6 good teams. There's going to be a 7th or 8th team. Atlanta, Philadelphia. There'll be someone putting pressure on these Milwaukee, St. Louis's, San Francisco's, right? New York Mets. There'll be a team pressuring.
It could flip very fast. Very fast. And we've seen that. So everybody's excited right now. Everyone's excited, which they should be. But we'll be here to tell you guys, slow down. All right. Now, it does feel 100% different than last year because last year compared to this year, not even comparable starting pitching. Just not even comparable. And we'll just have to wait to see how this team looks when Tatis gets back. Like, is he going to be the Tatis of last year? Is it going to take him some time? It's one of those things where, he could really turn this team into an elite team if he's the Tatis of last year, MVP Tatis.
He definitely could. The Braves have won 10 straight. The Phillies have won 9 straight. The Brewers have lost 9 straight. So in 9 days, the Phillies have made up 9 games on the Brewers.
That's how fast everything flips. And when the Padres played the Brewers last week, it was like, oh, this could be a playoff matchup. Like, these are the best teams in baseball.
No, absolutely.
Important pitching is the Dodgers just lost Walker Buehler for an extended period of time. So for anybody that still is on the train of, well, we have enough pitching, let's just trade one of the guys for a bat. No, don't do that. Like, I rather have 7, which what they have right now, 6.5. I won't say Snell's a solid starter yet, but you have 6+ guys that can all give you good outings. Like, you keep that no matter what. The offense will be up and down all year long, but guess what? You're getting Tatis back. That to me is good enough for right now.